Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Savage and today we're going to be looking at Ethereum again. For the most part, we've just been moving around doing a whole bunch of nothing. We're going to have a look at it and see where we think this is going to be going. Okay, but before we jump into that, I'd just like to say thank you for watching the video. If you'd like to show your support, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and leave us some feedback down in the comment section down below. Okay, so basically we're looking at quite a few options yesterday, and for the most part, everything is still valid. I think the last one we looked at was this potential, and if I just clear this up, within these last bit of moves here, we were looking for the potential of having a breakout within this, and it's technically not validated itself yet. But what we would be wanting to see here is actually to see some impulsive structure developing to the upside here. And if I check, okay, so everything is very overlapping for the most part at the moment. So we could look at it, could be that this is actually still developing and it's just not clear at the moment. Though within this move, effectively what we would have been looking at is this is a 1-2, looking for this third wave to start, but we haven't really. We've had this move here, which we could count as a 5-wave move: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to the upside. And basically, if we were looking for this to continue to the upside, effectively what we'd be looking for is this to be a wave 2. So uh, it's possible. Yeah, it is possible, but we have come down quite deep here. And if I just throw this onto this top, let's slide this over. You can see we've come all the way down to this 0.854 zone, and really we wouldn't want to come down much lower than that if we are looking at this to progress as an impulse. Like I said, it is possible that we could still start to move to the upside, though what we would want to do is hold this zone here indicated by this yellow line, this 12.1167 area. We'd have to hold that, and basically we'd want to see this just start turning or start to turn around soon. The one-to-one of this move to the downside basically has almost been met. It hasn't quite been met. This 12.14.38. So it is possible maybe we come a little bit further down, but we really wouldn't want to go much below that. If we lose, like I said, if we lose that 12.11.67 zone, then effectively what I'd then be looking at is the potential that actually instead of having this as this move to the upside, which we have here, and currently this would only be confirmed by a move above this 12.51 zone. Um, until we start to see some impulsive like progression here and break above this high point here of this 1237 area, really we want to start to see some impulsive structure here. It just doesn't give me a lot of confidence when it sits around like this, basically because now we would have had a 1-2, would have been forming a 1-2 and a 1-2 here. The more series of 1-2s you try and count, the less likely it is that it'll play out. And basically we'd want to see this move up, come past this 1251, then we'd want to see that evidence of a fourth wave to the downside, which would come roughly towards this 1237 at a 0.382 retracement, and then looking to push up here in towards this 1254 to this 1259 zone. So if I actually just check this now, if I delete this and I delete this, come back here, we're just going to check this. Would that have then reached impulse? So for this, I'm going to actually change the color of it. So for this yellow move here, what we would need to do is move up past this 1259.54. So if we do get this teal move that plays out here, basically we'd want this fifth wave to come up past that zone so that we would get confirmation that actually what we do have is this 5-wave move to the upside. Failing to hold this 12-11 zone could effectively mean that either we are going to start breaking down from here, and this is going to invalidate, and we're going to look to move down. So this whole move invalidates basically by moving past this 1193 zone. And if that does happen, we would have to basically reevaluate how we're looking at this. And it's then possible that actually we're still within a B wave here. And if I just quickly switch over here, let's turn this off. Basically, the way we'd then be looking at this is actually we're still within this corrective B wave zone, and it's going to look to come back and retest this zone indicated here by this green box. So this 1193 to this 1168. If we do manage to if that other move does play out and we move straight up, that's fine. However, should we break down, what I'd be looking at is the potential that we could have this as an A wave, this is a B wave, and then actually we're looking to still drop down for that C wave. If it is an ABC correction like this, so this in this case we'd have to look at it as a flat if we start to break down from this point and we fail to move back above this zone here of this 1133. Effectively what we'd be looking for is a move down towards this zone here. Let's just mark it out. Actually, let's drop it right on the top of this. There we go. So a 1-to-1 would actually bring us back down into this 1189 zone, but we could potentially look to move down lower into this, maybe retest this 0.618, which comes up at this 1183, or this bottom here, sitting like a double bottom, and then basically that would then be our B wave completed. That would then be this B wave completed, and then we look to push up for a C wave to the upside. The structure is very strange at the moment. It is possible as well we could have some kind of a triangle developing within this where we would have to look at this as potentially a 5-wave move into here. This is a A, this is a B, so something like this effectively. Oh, that's the wrong line. 1 second, let's get the right one. So something like this developing, though we don't have enough information for that yet, so we'd have to just wait and see. Potentially it could look to form something like this, where this is a A wave, this is a B wave, C, D, and E. Um, so yeah, we just need to give it a little bit more time to see what's going to play out here. There is a lot of potential options that we can argue are going on. We need the market to just show its hand a little bit. If we do start to break down from here in a 5-wave move, this is basically the target area that I'd be looking at. But for as long as we hold these low points that we talked about earlier to 1195 and also this, let me get exact number on that, 1193.18, then it is still possible we could be looking for the C wave to the upside. Losing this low though, if we do have any kind of an impulsive move to the downside, losing this low of 1150 would actually just make us have to say that, if I just change this over to this one, would actually just make us say that we have to have our wave 2 come into here. But the structure downwards currently is not looking impulsive either way, so that's why I haven't said that it's going to be there yet, because it doesn't make sense at the moment. Should we start to progress down and break down and take out these lows, then that obviously changes things. But for as long as we hold them, we could still see a push to the upside, and we could still see that that breakout potential. Though, like I said earlier, basically we were looking for this potential of, let me remove this triangle now so it doesn't clutter this up, and this ABC. We're looking for the potential of having this breakout here where we have this big white 5-wave move here, and we were talking about it yesterday that we could have this as a 1-2, and then we're setting up for 1-2 and then looking for that third wave to the upside to start playing out. So for the most part, we need to start seeing some bigger movements to the upside for this to become a valid count, because otherwise it's just range bound sideways, and that's not what impulses do. Impulses, once you set up your waves, your first sort of sets of 1-2, 1-2s, they start to get obviously impulsive in nature, and they start to really get the volume and the price action behind them. So for as long as we sit just moving sideways, range bound here, there is always the possibility that we could actually be looking to break down and take out these potentially bullish options. So we just need to monitor it, and we'll keep you up to date, maybe with a bit more time today, maybe later on in the day. We would have either moved up or down somewhat, and this would have invalidated something and allow us to sort of take something off the table and see which is more likely. Though basically, we've gone through a few options today. If we do look to break down some more, I'd be looking potentially to retest this 1193 to this 1168. However, managing to hold these zones here uh, within this option would mean that potentially we could look to just revisit into this zone, this 1210 to this 1201, and we could just have this as an A, a B, and a C, even though we were counting that as a 5-wave move. Um, yeah, so we just need to keep an eye on it. You could stretch it and say that it's an ABC rather, with a zigzag here and then a 5-wave to complete. So there are a few options. We just need to give it some time, and we will keep you up to date as we see more information presented on the charts. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and why not leave us some feedback in the comment section down below. Really appreciate your guys' support, and just want to say have a great day, and until we see each other in the next video, take care out there, everybody.